And we live. What's good, Brodies and Babes? This is the Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast. Recap of week 9, baby. Hey, we 9-0 in the team. In Team Fire, we 9-0, right?
9-0, bro.
9-0. That's what I'm talking about. This is where you come for your fantasy football needs and to chop it up about the latest NFL news. I am Dynasty Bro Dot here with my co-bro, my co-GM, my co-ninja. I switched it, but I didn't want to say that.
I thought it was more titles coming. I was
It
like,
was, bro, but I was like, on chill out. I didn't want to start saying stuff that's out of pocket.
all right, word. Hey, Dynasty Bro Vic, aka Chief Sosa, here with my guy, my DJ, my favorite DJ.
Come on, man. DJ Avo in the building. We out here chilling today. Let's go.
And DJ smack you in the mouth if you say something crazy.
Unforgivable.
All right, so look, we just wrapped up week 9, going into week 10. So I know you're getting close to either those trade deadlines. Just in general, you're getting close to the playoffs. You have to start making moves right now that are going to solidify your team. Hey, redraft, baby. You're never out of it until you're out of it. So, like, you never stop until you can. I don't care if you think you have the perfect team. There's no such thing as the perfect team. You can always improve. So, I got a couple guys. Vic got a couple guys, and we're going to tell you some people that maybe you should go target right now, or maybe you should try to go sell. Either way. But this is important right now to solidify the rest of your team, because right now this is the time where you're tightening up because you need to win when you get into them playoffs. So we're going to get to it, man. So, we always go through the primetime games coming up. We always go through the league leaders this week. So I'm excited about all of that. Anybody got any random stuff to talk about before we start getting into this?
No.
I'm good, man.
Watermelon moonshine in the cup, guys.
Fire.
Yep.
Yeah. That sounds so black. Now I'm thinking about it.
Only because your cup's styrofoam.
And because it's watermelon. It's watermelon.
Is it good, though? Is it good, at least?
It's actually pretty tasty.
Smooth.
Bro. All right. I ain't going to lie. All right. Well, let's get Team 5, 9-0.
Come see it. No, you can't get Javante. Never mind.
Muff.
I'm going to leave it alone.
Had his first 100-yard game in the league. Now you on him.
Sorry. Not sorry.
Come on now.
Hey, y'all ready?
Respectfully.
Come on.
All right, man. Hey, let's dive into the top performers. We're not going to go too in-depth since we do want to get into this trade deadline.
Reach.
So let's start with the QBs, man. Hey, Justin Herbert, man, he had the top performance, put up 31 fantasy points, 356 passing yards, 2 passing TDs. Did that against the Philadelphia Eagles, man.
It's good to see that because Herbert's been scaring me a little bit, at least for this year. We know how good he's going to be for years to come, but it's looking like he's struggling. You know what I really think it is? I think it's a Mike Williams battling injury lately, man. I think having healthy Mike and a healthy Keenan is like solidifies him on a week-to-week goodness. But without a healthy Mike, man, I think he's going to have his boom games and his bust games right now.
That makes sense, man. And even banged up Austin Eckler. I know he's battling some injuries too. So, it's kind of hard to keep that rhythm going when you basically playing ping pong between each starter. So, it's good to see him, had the top performance. And I do want to shout out Josh Johnson, man. Thursday night, quarterback for the Jets. He stepped in for the injured Mike White, who stepped in for the injured Zach Wilson.
It was domino effect.
Domino effect, bro. So it was good to see Josh Johnson. I just want to call that out, man. He had a big performance. Came in, 317 passing yards, 317. 317 makes sense, man. And he also threw 3 TDs, bro.
Hey, on like this note right now, all the quarterbacks in New York look good except for Zach Wilson.
Nasty.
I just call it how I see it.
Nasty.
He's expected to come back this week.
We'll see, man. But let's move on over to these running backs, man. The top performance coming out of Arizona, James Conner, man, on the road at San Francisco. Monster performance, man. 96 rushing yards, 77 receiving yards. And he even hit the end zone like 3 times. So 2 TDs on the ground and 1 TD in the air. He had a nice catch and run. 39 fantasy points, man, from James Conner. Of course, he stepped in for the injured
Chase Edmonds.
My guy, bailed me out.
I traded Chase Edmonds and Michael Thomas for Josh Jacobs Sunday morning. Dynasty trade. Hey, I got breaking news.
Go ahead. Yeah,
unless you want me to wait to the injury section.
Let's break it.
QB Sam Darnold. After a few days of exams, they just found out he has a fractured scapula. He's going to be, I don't know, but he's going to be missing several weeks. And then plug in Mr. PJ Walker. So the real question is, we'll make this quick.
Man.
What do you think PJ Walker can do with those weapons? He's athletic. he has a strong arm. I don't know how accurate he is, but he got a lot of weapons, man. You think he has the upside, and CMC's finally back. You make it easy for it, guys. It's a guy we should right now throw in waivers. We didn't get to talk about it. It just happened. Would you throw him on your waiver wire right now if you're streaming quarterback?
Redraft.
Knowing CMC is back and DJ Moore is a stud. Robbie.
I'm usually not too excited about the backup guy, but a guy like me miss out on the Mike Whites, and potentially I might miss out on the PJ Walker, but I'm okay with that, bro.
Okay.
I'm just looking at it like if the guy didn't come in and
beat out Darnold,
beat out the guy to solidify the job, why should I be excited day 2?
Bet, say that. All right, that's it. We can move on. My bad.
All right, man. And then I do want to call out the number 5 performer. Hell of a transition. That was my shit back in the day. Hope we bring that back. Ain't I? All right, man. But Nyheim Hines, bro, he had a number 5 finish at the RB spot, 20 fantasy points. So it was a nice streaming play. I know a lot of guys are banged up, had some bye weeks. So he had some Nyheim Hines. Good Thursday night matchup against the Jets, man. He held it down. So
Wentz been making all the damn fantasy options viable, bro. Shout out to Carson Wentz for sustaining everybody.
All right, bro. Let's keep it on Thursday night, man. Get into these wide receivers. The number 1 performance, you called me. You was like, man, hey, we need to get this guy on our lineup. In one ear and out the other, man. Team 5, but it's all good. We ain't need him.
But he on the bench now. Dynasty. It was a dynasty move, though.
Yeah. But, hey, Elijah Moore, man, rookie out of Ole Miss. Number 1 performer this week, man. 27 fantasy points, 7 catches, 84 yards, and 2 touchdowns against my coach, bro.
Hey, give respect when it's due. He's been balling. They're finally finding ways to get him the ball, bro.
Yeah, it looked like he's taking over that Jamison Crowder role. I mean, I still stream and play Jamison Crowder, but
he's faster. He's more athletic. He's just younger.
Yeah.
And he's more invested at this point. Like, let that man play. He can make plays. We've seen it all offseason, too. We're excited about it.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to my guy Pizzo, man. He was at the game Thursday night. He got to meet Michael Carter. His brother coached Michael Carter through high school. So that was dope, man. Shout out to Pizzo. Shout out to Michael Carter.
That's my son. Pizzo, my son.
Pizzo. Yeah, we'll have him on. We usually let him come on around the holidays.
We can't risk it no other time for the year.
Yeah.
Pizzo get out of pocket, out of line every once in a while.
Yeah. And I do want to call out Devonta Smith, man. That's my guy. He had a big performance, 5 catches, 116 yards in the TD, 22 fantasy points against the LA Chargers. So it was good to see, man. Looked like Smitty's starting to get going.
Yeah, bro. He goes as Jalen Hurts go. And to be honest, Jalen Hurts ain't been looking that good in fantasy for the past 2 weeks, at least not as good as he has been. But he hasn't looked bad. He didn't look bad in the real life game this week either, or last week. Just throwing it out there. 2 easy matchups, but I'm just saying he didn't look bad.
Yeah. And you see Smith, man, he's his route running is nice, creating separation, and he's fighting through contact even when he's coming across, man. So
and he broke a nice leg tackle to get that touchdown. Everybody's so worried about his size.
Yeah.
He can still make plays and still break tackles.
Football player. All right, man, and Darnell Mooney, man, top 5 finish, 3 catches, 41 yards Monday night, 1 touchdown. I tried to trade him to you, dynasty-wise. You didn't want him. You cool off Darnell Mooney?
I ain't cool off of him. I feel like the only thing I would have had was one of them running backs. I just didn't want to swap one of them running backs for him.
I got you.
He a good move, though. Good piece to have.
All right.
Remember I told you earlier in the season, he might be the dynasty piece to keep instead of Allen Robinson. And it probably sounded crazy and bizarre when I threw it out there weeks ago, but it might be a real thing at this point.
That's a good call, man. I mean, just even looking at how Justin Fields plays, he plays outside the pocket. He can extend plays, so you need a guy that can go downfield, stretch the field. He kind of reminds me of a Deontay Johnson.
Facts.
Just the way he plays.
He keep moving, and he gets open, bro. He gets open.
Yeah.
And I think at this point, the reason why he's requiring more targets right now is because he's actually creating more separation. And it's probably more comfortable throwing it to him than Allen Robinson right now. Just throwing it out there.
All right. I know we hanging out with the receivers, man, but, that's my favorite position. But Alameda Zacchaeus, wide receiver for the Atlanta Falcons, man, number 4 performance, 3 catches, 2 touchdowns, 58 yards. Who's the wide receiver to the roster right now? Is it Alameda Zacchaeus or is it Russell Gage, bro?
Neither one of them, bro.
If you can't have Kyle Pitts, bro, with no Calvin Ridley, are you checking for any of these wide receivers? Are you
Cordell Patterson.
Damn, I tried to stump him, man, but he just kept finessing.
I didn't want no smoke. Give me some horns real quick, Avo.
I tried to get him, bro. I tried to back him in the corner, man. My guy was bobbing and
weaving. Them horns, this is salute Vic for getting that name right on the first try.
I'll take it, bro.
Practicing on the way here.
Nah, but I mean, it's Nigerian, though, so I can.
My guy can get that hard ass Nigerian name right, but can't get a normal hard American name right. This shit crazy.
It's lit. All right, bros. Hey, boss. We might drop that shit. All right, look, check this out, man. Let's get to the tight ends, bro. So top performer last night, rookie Pat Fryermuth. I said that right. Is that German, bro? I think that's German.
Bro, I'm not speaking on if it's German and be wrong.
I can count in German.
We're gonna take that off the 5.
Eins, Wein, Drei, Vier, Fünf, Sechs, Sieben, Acht, Neun, Zehn. Just count to 10.
Where was all this at when you had me failing Spanish? Your ambition towards Spanish.
Oh, no, that was different.
At? My guy had me failing Spanish 1 in high school, bro.
The German teacher brought snacks though, bro. So
okay.
Yeah,
she was trying to win Vic over.
I still remember how to count. Guten Morgen. All right, bros. Hey, but shout out to Pat Fryermuth, man. Number 1 performance last night. So of course he already been taking over that tight end spot, the Ebron role.
Facts. And no Juju to do the short game. That's all Pat right now.
Yeah, 21 fantasy points, 5 catches, 43 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
2
man.
tutties.
Yeah, man. So hey, I know a lot of people are excited for him, especially in a dynasty. But if you need a tight end right now, Pat you need to add him. I'm sure he's still out there.
I needed $200 more to put him instead of Cole Kmet into my DFS lineup, and I couldn't figure out a way to get $200 more. So I missed out. It was like an 8-point difference though, but it wasn't that bad. Kmet didn't have a horrible game.
No, he didn't. Kmet had like 5 catches, so
yeah,
he gave you about 10, 12 points.
He ended up giving me like 13.
Yeah, that's solid, cool, bro. Hey, George Kittle, man, coming back off injury. Good to see him bounce back. 100-yard game, 19 points.
Balling.
Touchdowns. So that's what he do. And then Cole Kmet, man, number 5 finish. I just want to shout him out, given the Monday night game. 6 catches, 87 yards, man. So did damage from a PPR perspective. All right, bros, that's the top performers. Let's get into some of these trade deadline targets. So I know in our redraft league, the trade deadline is right now, meaning week 10. After this week, no more trades. Your league might follow the same week 10 or maybe approaching. So I think it's a good time. Also with that, man, like, let's just talk about why we have a trade deadline. What?
I got another breaking news.
Go ahead, break it.
Stop the music, Ava. Minnesota Vikings running back Dalvin Cook is the victim of domestic abuse and extortion. There's a pending litigation according to his agent, Zach Hiller. And that's all we're going to say. We're not going to try to talk about outcomes from it. Just throwing it out there because we're a fantasy football podcast and we can move on.
You start from the beginning with that one?
Say it again.
Yeah.
What was the beginning of that? You said he's the victim. I just wanted to get that part right.
He's accused.
He's accused. Okay.
No, he's the victim.
Is the
victim.
I thought you said he was
the victim.
That's why I was trying to make sure to get right. You said he's the victim in this situation.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I was trying to get clear.
That's what this says, at least.
All right. Yeah. So it looks like he was the one getting beat up.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go.
I just traded Dalvin Cook in a dynasty league last week.
What you get?
I got 22 first. I got Keenan Allen. I got Josh Jacobs. I mean, I like Dalvin Cook.
That's a lot.
But if you're gonna give me all that,
I love Jacobs.
Yeah,
that's a nice haul.
I'll take it. All right, man. But back to the trade deadline. Dot, what are your thoughts on the trade deadline in general? Do you like having trades open throughout the year in redraft? Do you think it should be a deadline like at week 10, week 12, right for the playoffs? What are your thoughts?
In redraft, I think you should be able to trade up into the playoffs. You should be able to make specific roster changes up until the end, like until you're all the way out of it. Because if that final game, you have to decide if you're in or not, and you can make a move or two without it looking like collusion, I think you should be allowed to. I think it should be cut off though in the playoffs. That's where it gets murky. You got people that might try to make the trades that aren't even in the playoffs no more. I just think all that should be cut off as soon as the playoffs hit. And I do think you could keep them up until the playoffs hit, but if you do those last few weeks, I think everybody should agree that if it looks like collusion, it's collusion. We should be able to cancel shit.
Do y'all see my DJ, bro? We talking about trade deadlines. What instrumental did he go to? Fair fucking trade, bro. I see you, DJ Avo, hit the horns, bro.
What you type in trade in your search bar?
No,
just see if any titles was trade.
No, I was just scrolling. I said trade. This sounds good.
I'm just saying, bro. Like,
who had the hardest verse? I like the beat change.
Fuck.
That's tough.
Travis got the beat change.
Man, I'm giving it to Drake, bro. I just like the hook and
Nah, take away the hook. I said verse.
I can't say Travis today.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
I can't,
man.
you know.
All right, let's move
But
on.
yeah,
Let's
but
get
back
out
to
of
that,
there.
man. At least for me, bro, like I've seen collusion in leagues, like even situation where guys, even right before the playoffs, like they work out some deals, like, hey, let's just split the prize, take my players. So I'm actually on the side of week 10. I mean, for me, a lot of teams are still on the fence, don't know if they're going to get in or out. Also, there were so many teams competing for that last spot. I just feel like week 10 is the perfect spot, man, to like stay away from that collusion area. But I am open to like a week 12. But 2 weeks before the playoffs, I'd rather cut it off.
All right, man. Respect.
All right, bro. Hey, give me a guy. Who should we be targeting redraft from a trade perspective?
All right, look. This is what we're going to do. I don't even need to look up no stats. I'm just going to talk some numbers and just pure heart. Because this is a guy I've been off of in redraft and dynasty. Let's talk about Mr. Melvin Gordon, running back for the Denver Broncos. I'm not going to lie. Love Javonte Williams. Love where they drafted him. Love the capital. And just love to see him play. Still to this moment. He finally had his first 100-yard game in the NFL. But that came with Melvin having a game too. They're basically splitting 50-50, but Melvin's getting the first load. So I watched this game. I literally stopped watching it once Melvin got that first touchdown. I said, God damn, why couldn't they bring in Williams? Imagine him having that 117 yards with a touchdown too. It look even better. The only reason I'm buying Melvin is because I think I used to be off Melvin early in his career because he was always banged up. He wasn't playing full seasons, but now he's splitting 50-50, and they're committed to the running game. He looks good in it. They're scoring now, and he's catching out the backfield. I just like the situation, and he's technically RB15. So you get a top 15 back, and nobody really cares. I don't think he's going nowhere. Javonte Williams is not taking over this backfield, not this year. He's going to need an injury. So I still think people are going to charge you more for Javonte, thinking that he's going to take off and take over before the end of the season. I really think it's still going to be Melvin as the number one guy, as long as he's healthy. So that's a guy we'll go by, man, to get a top 15 back for like a discount, basically.
Yeah.
Especially right now, after this 100-yard game, people got to realize Melvin had a good game too. So I do think Melvin is a good target. He's not one of the sexiest names, but a top 15 back, I keep repeating it, it's hard to come by. So that's a guy that I would target, bro, especially if people are down on.
Thank you.
I like the call, man.
Just picked him up. He was just sitting in the league. I was like, oh, thank you.
It's a good pick.
Needed a running back.
Fire, bro.
Rest of the season.
I like it, man. And Melvin's still going to get the first shot at the goal line work. You know what I mean? Like, they just trust him. And he looks good, bro. Like, he's staying healthy. I like the call. RB15.
Hell yeah.
So that's solid. All right, bro. Let's talk about a wide receiver, man. Deandre Hopkins. So I know he missed this past week. And then he was banged up during the Green Bay game last week on Thursday night. And then, of course, earlier on in the season, especially that Jacksonville game, bro, I think that's when he really, he didn't really have a good game, bro, which was kind of surprising. So I can see people being frustrated with a DeAndre Hopkins, just given the age and not really seeing that monster performance of him being a top 5 receiver.
True.
So right now he's wide receiver 19. I think he's a great trade target for people who just want out, meaning recency bias, didn't play this week. Got banged up in the Green Bay game and kind of been up and down, man. I'm sure he might have lost you a week where you felt like, you only got 10 points and 5 points from him. So why not go get a stud for the playoffs, man? And second year in Arizona, first year he saw 160 targets. So clearly the offense runs through him in the passing game. I know Kyler's banged up right now. If Kyler doesn't play this week, that's another opportunity to even go get DeAndre Hopkins. His volume might not be there, with the Chase McDaniels. So or Colt McCoy. That's actually the quarterback is. Nasty. So yeah, man, that's the guy who I'm trying to target. Just given the recency bias, not playing these past 2 weeks. Really, people maybe really wanting to get out, and you need production right now. So
yeah, that's a good call. When he comes back, you're right into the lineup with everybody. So let me talk about a guy that I'll say right back in the lineup, Mr. David Montgomery. He came back in a hard matchup this week. And shout out to White Sound. That's the guy.
That's our guy.
Thank you again for everything you did earlier. I don't need to speak on it right now, but thank you.
And we've been doing some fire trades lately.
Yeah. Hey, ask Sam why he won't reject my AJ Brown and Saquon trade or counter or nothing. Or he can hear me.
AJ Brown for who?
For Saquon.
You have AJ or
I got Saquon.
Why he won't accept or reject?
Or counter or nothing. Just sick. I even redid it and sent one of them cool bombs where it expired.
The time ticket. Come on, bro. Bro, them the trades I declined on top. Like, I know this some bullshit.
I didn't even know it sent like a cool notification with the bomb until T sent me one. I said, damn, let me do the same thing to Sam. But nah, that's funny.
Them be the trades that be bullshit.
I know. Take that off air. But nah, man, Mr. David Montgomery, you seen he was he said, I do what I want to do. He was taking off IR and threw right into the mix again. They had a tough matchup, playing against Pittsburgh. They have a tough run defense. But this is why I love him. You've seen what Khalil Herbert's been doing since he's been out against tough defenses.
Yeah.
And I'm 100% sure that David Montgomery's going right back into the top guy next week. I feel like getting acclimated and getting slowly brought back this week was good. Next week, he's right back. Well, he's going to have a bye. So that's even better for him. But as soon as he get back, bro, he's going to be a top 12 running back, bro, behind that offensive line. In an offense that's getting better. Justin Fields getting more comfortable. Seems like they're clicking. I love what the offense is looking like, and I love what the running backs have been doing, whether it's been him or Khalil Herbert or even Damian Williams for a week. I mean, I love what they're doing. So I'm excited to see him actually come back. We know what he brought to the table before he got hurt, and at the end of last year, he took off. Might be the perfect time to go get him because on a down game, people might be nervous off injury. That might be a guy you should go target right now, David Montgomery.
I like the call, bro. I didn't even expect him to play last night. You know what I mean? He just kind of got inserted into the lineup and inserted into, David Montgomery's out here. So maybe you're going to get him still off waivers.
Maybe.
So, of course, with these leagues, a lot of people like to give up early on. Like, to me, you're never really out of it. So you really got 5 more weeks left to even get into that last spot. So,
and the main point is, after seeing the splits that they did yesterday, they might think that it's going to be a split going forward. Nah, it's David when they come back.
Yeah,
it's
they want to get him acclimated, basically. I like the call. All right, man, my guy. Let's go to Las Vegas, man. I know that's not a place you really want to go to right now, just given all the news that's been coming out of there with coaches and players. But Josh Jacobs, man, this is a guy who I feel can basically bolster your lineup. Of course, he's been a little banged up. He's playing about half the snaps right now, but even this past week, man, I think he left the game a little early, but he still gave you 13 fantasy points PPR, so still solid, man. 13 carries, 4 catches out of the backfield, so the touches are there, man. I'm just trying to follow the volume, man, on a guy that people aren't really checking for, but I think he can really help you out with this playoff run. So, given everything that's happening in Las Vegas, I feel like this offense is going to really want to establish a new identity. I know they brought in Deshaun Jackson back in the day, man.
Stretch the field a little bit.
Yeah, but Josh Jacobs and Waller, it's going to be the primary guys. Of course, Hunter Renfrow does his thing. We can't really get Brian Edwards going, so
at all. I'm
not really banking too much on Deshaun, man, to come in there and do too much. To be honest, he'll have his games, I'm sure, here or there, but can you really depend on that boom or bust type appeal? But I do trust Josh Jacobs, Darren Waller, sprinkled in with some Hunter Renfrow from a core perspective. So give me Josh Jacobs.
And man. Kenyon Drake has been looking pretty decent. He might be nervous, might be looking to sell. Josh is still the guy to get. They're going to score some more goal line touchdowns. They're all going straight to Josh. So trust Josh. I like what he offers in that role on that team.
Yeah, bro. You might even be able to offer like a Cortland Sutton or I'd even trade a T. Higgins, bro.
Yeah, some bullshit. Just move on.
Because receivers are so deep, man, this year.
Running backs are hard to come by, bro.
Yeah, man.
Let me do this quick injury list because it's real quick. It's really a bunch of guys that are like scheduled to come back. Because the only guys that really went out was Chase Edmonds. They finally said he's going to be out a few weeks with the ankle injury. We just talked about Sam Darnold earlier. But the important ones is Nick Chubb tested positive. They're trying to see if he's going to be back. Since he is vaccinated, but Chris Carson, he's on the track to be back this week, will be on the field. Tevin Coleman expected to play. I don't know that doesn't mean anything. Corey Davis is coming back, and then you got to watch out for the Kyler and Hopkins situation. But I think they're both expected to be back too. So I think that's really it.
Okay. Are we ready for this 4-minute offense?
Yeah, let's get into that.
All right, before we get into that, man, DJ Avo, where can the people follow you at, man?
Y'all can follow me at DJ Avo Love on the gram or at Avo Love on the gram. Definitely make sure you follow the Dynasty Bros Twitch page. Your boy be going live on there every Tuesday. Your boy goes up, and make sure you hop on that Patreon because your boy got them live mixes on there, them exclusives for you guys. Hey, yo, Dot, where can we follow you at, bro?
Hey, follow me at Dynasty Bro Dot on Instagram and Twitter, and follow the main Instagram handle. That's Dynasty Bros FF. Hey, my guy, Chief Sosa, where can they follow you at, G?
Chief Sosa FF, man. Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast where you listen, Dynasty Bros FF.
All right, you ready to get to it?
Let's get to it, man. And I didn't even
Warming up.
ask you who you got, but we'll just bounce. you
Yeah, I
know.
was about to say, let's bounce off each other. You ready? 3, 2, 1. You started off. Go.
All right, man. Hey, if you need some running back help, man, let's go to Arizona, man. So Mr. Eno Benjamin, of course, Chase Edmonds, what did he mess up his ankle?
Yeah, he
So
did.
sprained his ankle. So he's going to be out a few weeks, man. And we all know the Cardinals like to keep 2 running backs involved. We saw Eno hit the end zone for the first time, sophomore running back, man. So, of course, James Conner going to be the lead back. But, again, they keep 2 involved. So Eno Benjamin might be your come up for a flex play.
All right, let me get into another running back, Mr. Ramondre Stevenson. I don't know if you got him, but it sucks that Damian Harris and him went out with concussions, but he was actually the one having the big game. You know, you got to watch how Belichick runs his running backs, man. It kind of sucks. You can't predict them. But let's just say Damian sits out. It's the Ramondre show this week. So just pay attention to the concussion thing as the week goes on, but he's definitely going to be a good play.
Let's go to San Francisco, man. Mr. Brandon Ayuk. He may be out there. So, hey, we see him return back to the Brandon Ayuk that we know. And we started to see that even going back to last week. But he stays on the field, man. So this past week, 93% of the snaps. The week before that, 88%. He had 6 catches on 8 targets for 89 yards and a touchdown, man. And, of course, it's good to see Kittle back. So maybe that was the missing piece for him.
Facts.
So
Facts.
Kittle's back. Elijah Mitchell's running the ball pretty well. And you got Brandon Ayuk doing his thing. And, of course, Debo's still out there too. So
Debo out there. All right, let me get into a guy who actually lost, which means he could come up, you know, with Odell leaving. Donovan Peoples-Jones, man, look, you're going to be chasing the points, and you're probably going to be chasing the big play. But honestly, bro, I think he can make a big play every week with how good the running game is. I feel like they're always going to be able to give him one good, solid play. That's all you need, bro. If he can go make 2 catches for 80 yards, you'll take that in your flex. And if one of them end up being a touchdown, you eat that shit up. So
how much time we got left? I like the call.
2 minutes.
All right, man. If you need some tight end help, Pat Freiermuth, rookie tight end for the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. So again, he's been getting involved, even going back to last week and even right before the bye week in Seattle, man. Seen a lot of targets. He saw either 6 or more targets these past 3 weeks. Hit the end zone these past 2 games, double-digit touchdowns this past week. So he's one of Big Ben's favorite targets, especially in the red zone, man.
All right, if you need some more tight end help, Mr. Logan Thomas, he's been hurt and banged up, man, but he's actually coming back. Still no Curtis Samuel out there. They still don't have no real solid second piece besides the J.D. McKissick. So it could be the McLaurin and Logan Thomas show, man. And if he can come out and show good, bro, he'll be a plug and play for the rest of the year.
All right, man, and check for you guys like David Montgomery. These guys that are on IR. I know Clyde Edwards-Helaire might be coming back pretty soon.
Facts.
So just check for these guys, man. It's running backs out there, even Chris Carson. But I'd rather have like Clyde or, watch the Kareem Hunt situation, stuff like that.
Big facts, big facts. Do you have any drops, bro?
Dropping the entire Tennessee Titans backfield. I want no parts.
Sheesh.
Deontay Foreman looked the best, and I don't even want no parts of that. I know they played the Rams. I'm cool, bro. Like, again, we all are finding out how special King Henry is. Derrick Henry.
Bro.
Like,
Facts.
just goes to show, man, it's different talent, special breed. Can't just throw anybody back there.
Look, Boston Scott got all the run before anybody was like, while Miles Sanders was fully healthy, Boston Scott was still there getting run. I don't like how Miles Sanders went down. And now it kind of look like the Jordan Howard show. I know a couple weeks ago I said Boston, you said Jordan. Jordan actually looks the best. I feel like he's always been acclimated in that system. That's why they were comfortable to go get him and plug and play him soon as they could. So he looks like the guy to go get, man. And if they have scoring opportunity, I think he's going to be the one to score. So.
And then it looks like they want to keep Kenneth Gainwell happy, so they'll give him a shot, and they want to keep Boston Scott happy. So you're going to see that little back and forth. But for the most part, it's the Jordan Howard show. I really want no parts if it ain't Jordan Howard, man, at this point.
Man, I got one.
Go
I'm going to end with a bomb. Because this guy is a starter. He's the second receiver on a team. Robbie Anderson.
I like it. Drop him.
All right, bet.
Walk us out?
Yeah, Avo, walk us out, man. Avo, walk us out.
Hey, man, make sure y'all stay tuned. We got another episode coming back for anybody that's involved in Dynasty. If you're not, you need to get involved. Check us out. We'll be right back. And guess what? We'll be back next Tuesday. And then the Tuesday after that. Then the Tuesday after that. We be back. So let's go. I'm Avo. And we the bros. Dynasty bros, that is.